All right, so we're going to be talking about decimals, and I gave you a Khan Academy assignment yesterday, and hopefully you watched the video and got a little bit of knowledge there. It's just a little. It was kind of like a pre instruction, but let's take a look at this together and thinking back to place value. And here we've got the ones, the tens, and the hundreds. Um, and we know that if we went from the ones, you know that it takes 10 ones to make a 10. So a tens, in the tens place, it's 10 times more than a one. And if you want to go to the hundreds, you need 10 tens to get to 100. So 100 is 10 times more than 10, right? And so on and so forth. You can go 10 hundreds is 1,000, all those different things. So every time you go up a place value, it's 10 times more. And that's really important to know as we go to the next slide and start to talk about these decimals, because we can also know that, let's break it out. 10 ones equals a 10 strip, or 10 tens make 100. We're good with that. We know that. So there they are again. Except that we've added something here. Can you see what's different? So we've got, wow, this thing does some crazy stuff. Sorry. We've got the one, and we've got 10 ones here. Maybe I can use my finger. There we go. And then we got 10 tens to make 100. But now we've got this little piece right here. Anybody know what that's called? Think about the pattern here. 10 ones equals a 10, and then if we have 10 tens, we make 100. So what would this be? Maybe you're saying, oh, that's a fraction. Hopefully you're saying it's a fraction. That's 1/10 of a one, right? 1/10 of a one. And so how many of these tenths, we're going to call them tenths, how many of those tenths would take a one to make a one? Hope you're saying 10. There'd be 10 of them that would make a one. That's the tenth. We've moved to the other side of the decimal point. Here's our decimal point right there. And we've gone to tenths. So one, and we when we go backwards here, I guess, we're going to divide this by 10, and that gives us a tenth, or a fraction of it, when we go on the other side of the decimal point. That's why we were doing all these fractions beforehand. So if we took this one and we said, if you had, what is it asking us here? Sorry. We have how many ones here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 ones. No, sorry, I get what it's showing us. This is right here is not what you think it is. It's not 100. This actually just represents one whole. And these are the fractions of a whole, all these little dotted lines there. So those are fractions of a whole. So when we look at that, we know that this one has been divided into what? Tenths. So how many wholes do we have here? How many whole ones do we have? We have 1, 2. So we have 2 ones. And then how many tenths? Well, count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 tenths. So 2.5. What is that? What does that stand for? Are you saying it stands for 5 tenths? What's the equivalent fraction to 5, 5 tenths? You're probably saying 1/2. So we have 2 and 5 tenths, or 2.5, or 2.5. The next video I'll have to record on a different video here, but the next video will be the start of our lesson.